Hello friends, welcome to Utopia Academy and I am Rudra Biswas, and today in this video I am going to talk about dream theory, the Freudian concept of the dream theory. Now, why we dream in a sleeping state? Now, first of all, Freud coined two different terms in order to explain how the dream function or the dream work process in our mind. When we go into a sleeping state, what happens? Basically, there are some latent dream thoughts. It transforms into manifest dream content. Once we wake up from the sleeping state, we can remember few of the fragments of the dream. We can just recall some pictures or images from our dream. Now, all those pictures and images, all those vividness of our dreams, it is known as the manifest dream content or the manifest dream material. But once we rethink about all those manifest dream content or the manifest dream material, it just leads us to some of the thoughts of our waking state, some of the regular, very ordinary thoughts, that the thoughts we all have in our everyday life. Now, all those thoughts that it lead us, it is known as the latent dream thought. Now, all those latent dream thoughts, in its structure, in all those latent dream thoughts, there is nothing special. Many scholars and even many writers, they get it wrong when they study Freud, that maybe there is something very important, some kind of treasure, some kind of secret about our psychological function and so on in all those latent dream thoughts. But no, Freud mentioned repeatedly that in latent dream thoughts there is nothing unique, or there is no secret in it about our own mental life. But the real secret, the real task of psychoanalysis is not to just simply investigate those latent dream thought from all those manifest dream content, but to investigate that how all those very ordinary, very simple, regular thoughts, latent dream thoughts, it transform into manifest dream content. And this process of transformation, it is known in psychoanalysis as the dream work. How this dream work happens and why it is so important, and why all these dreams are so bizarre and kind of nonsensical and kind of weird and meaningless in the first place. Freud developed three different concepts in order to explain this dream work. One is known as dream condensation, and other one is known as dream dramatization and the dream displacement. Now, first of all, what is dream dramatization? Dream dramatization, it means basically whatever our unconscious mind just want to reveal through all those dreams, or unconscious mind, it projects some of its motives, unconscious motives, into some of the regular ordinary unconscious thoughts also. And all those regular ordinary unconscious or the preconscious thoughts and all those unconscious motives which cannot appear into the conscious mind in a very general sense, it just initiate into all those regular unconscious thoughts, and through all those, or through the perversion, it appears as a dream to the conscious mind. Now, when it happens, like there are unconscious motives and instinct and unconscious drives, but when it appears through dreams to our manifest dream content, then it always happens in a very vivid manner. It always transforms itself into pictures, into images, into situations. We see dreams always in pictures, situations, and in images. We don't see the way we talk in a very verbal way, in a kind of narrative, the kind of narrative we say, or in maths and physics, in scientific language, like direct communication of information and so on. No, in dreams it doesn't happen. In dreams we always see some kind of pictures, some kind of images. This is known as dream dramatization. Freud said that all those latent dream thought, it somehow transform itself for some reason to all those vivid pictures, vivid images, and this transformation is one of the most essential part in the formation of dreams. Okay, the second concept, which is known as dream condensation. Now, dream condensation is extremely important to understand in order to understand the Freud's dream theory. Now, dream condensation basically means that all those manifest dream content and each element in all those dream content lead us to multiple latent dream thought. So one element from those manifest dream content, it leads us to multiple latent dream thoughts, and each latent dream thought can lead us, or it can appear into the manifest dream content, into the multiple different elements of the manifest dream content. Okay, so there is a crisscross, like a junction point, like each latent dream thought, appears into different elements of the manifest dream content, and each element of the manifest dream content leads us to two or more latent dream thoughts. Now this is known as basically dream condensation. Dream condensation is it kind of, psyche creates like some kind of pressures, and in all those pressures it just destroy or distort the general logical links of our mind. It destroy all the general logical links in between different thoughts, and it creates fragments, and all those fragments reunite in a very nonsensical manner, in a very weird manner, and in all those things it happens like all those logical link distorted, and all the things like the cause and effect link it distorted, and in this way all those latent dream thought appears to manifest dream content. This is known as dream condensation. It is like simply you push lots of different things in a single thing, in a very little space, and through all that pressure you create some kind of dream work, you create some kind of artistic psychical artistic work. Okay, through all those pressures you formulate the dream, the manifest dream material. Okay, so this is known as dream condensation. The third element, the third criteria in the dream work is dream displacement. According in the language of Friedrich Nietzsche, according to Friedrich Nietzsche, we can just in the language of Friedrich Nietzsche, we can call it also transvaluation, which basically means to shift the value, shift the direction of our value from one object to a different object. Like for example, let's say you have something, some kind of sharpener, pencil like sharpener, and now you impose some kind of emotional affection, or you identify with this particular object with some emotions, some feelings, some kind of thoughts, and in the process of dream work you shift those values from this object to a completely different object, because this dream work, it distort all these links of our emotions and experience and all our thoughts to all our ideas, basically in the language of Freud, from all these objects to a different object. Now this is basically, in simple words we can say, transvaluation in the language of Friedrich Nietzsche, or in Freudian terms, dream displacement. It basically displaces the value from one object to a different object. So why we dream in, basically, like those latent dream thoughts, it appears through dream condensation, dream displacement, and dream dramatization appears into manifest dream content. The task of analysis, the task of psychoanalysis is to inverse this whole process of dream work. And the real treasure, the real meaning of our mental life, of our psychical life, is not in all those latent dream thought, but how all this displacement happens, all these condensations are happening, and what our unconscious mind is hiding in itself, and why all those motives that we want to just suppress within our unconscious, like the things we suppress in our unconscious, we cannot just erase it from ourselves. It goes into the unconscious and it continues its life, kind of an immortal creature in that psychical realm of the unconscious, and from those unconscious it always trying to achieve some form of expression to the conscious. Now, and in between the conscious and the unconscious there is a little phase which is, according to Freud, called pre-conscious. At the beginning Freud coined the term foreconscious, but later he changed the term into pre-conscious. Like in English nowadays we translate it as pre-conscious. Now all those unconscious motives, it's appearing through some other regular unconscious or preconscious thoughts. It's just connecting itself, unconscious motive. It cannot just get cannot achieve any expression into the conscious mind. So what it's doing, it's like trying to capture or trying to integrate itself, or trying to just distort itself into some regular unconscious thought, or some kind of regular preconscious thoughts or train of thoughts, and it distorting all those unconscious or preconscious regular thoughts, and through all those thoughts it's appearing into the conscious mind as manifest dream material. The real treasure, the real meaning of all this psychical function is not in the latent dream thought, it is in this process of dream work. Through psychoanalysis or through analysis, through dream interpretation, we have to inverse this process and we have to discover the, like some of the aspects, some of the motives of our unconscious, and we have to reunite it with our own conscious mind. So thank you so much. I hope you have gathered like a little bit of knowledge about Freudian concept of the dream theory, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next time. Thank you so much. Bye.